latest as far as the Deepam Rao in Tamil Nadu is concerned. In a major setback for DMK government, a division bench has upheld the single judge order terming the lighting of Deepam a common practice. The court said fears of public disturbance were imaginary. Court also warned against manufactured fears and ruled that the lamp must be lit at Deepathoon. And we have some breaking inputs coming in at this point in time. This clearly is a big embarrassment for the ecosystem, with stinging remarks coming in from Madras High Court. And if you look at Madras High Court's observations, then they are quite interesting, because remember, state government had of course raised a lot of concerns when Deepam was allowed to be lit. But now what we can tell you is that the High Court, the Madras High Court, has completely demolished those arguments of the ruling government. Let's go across to my colleague Dharini, joining us on the broadcast more on this. Dharini, good morning. Firstly, can you bring us up to speed with the key observations that were made by the Madras High Court in this case?
Well, definitely. Let me read out a few key observations made by the division bench of the Madras High Court, comprising of Justice Jayachandran and KK Ramakrishnan. So the court says that the Waqf Board's claim that the Deepathoon belongs to the Sikandar Dargah is not acceptable. The Sikandar Dargah has no hold over the Deepathoon is the first major point coming in from the court. In fact, the court also goes on to call the apprehensions of law and order mismanagement, the apprehensions of law and order disturbance by the state government as imaginary. So to read out the exact lines, the court says that it is ridiculous and hard to believe the fear of the mighty state that by allowing representatives of Devasthanam to light a lamp at the stone pillar on a particular day in a year will cause a disturbance to public peace. So this fear is not acceptable. The state governments cannot cite law and order apprehensions as a reason to stop the Hindu groups from lighting the holy lamp on the Deepathoon, is what the court has told. And the court in fact is going on to slam the DMK government for citing law and order apprehensions as a reason to block the Hindu groups from lighting the holy lamp on the Deepathoon. So two clear-cut points are being made by the Madras High Court here. The court says that the Dargah has no hold over the Deepathoon. The Waqf Board's claim that the Deepathoon belongs to the Dargah, that is completely unacceptable. It is not the case, is what the Madras High Court has clearly told. And point number two is that the court says that the state government cannot cite law and order apprehensions as a reason to block the devotees from lighting the holy lamp on the Deepathoon.
Right.
It is the duty of the state government to preserve law and order, to maintain law and order. So apprehensions over law and order cannot be cited as a reason.
So two very important takeaways from the observations that have been made by Madras High Court. My colleague Dharini was telling us. Dharini, request you to please stay on with us. Let me also take these points across to our guests who are joining us on the broadcast this morning on this, big news that we have got from Madras High Court from Tamil Nadu. We are joined by Mr. R. Rajgopalan, who is a senior journalist, Swapnil Kothari, who is a senior lawyer, and we also have with us Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, who is a political analyst. Mr. Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, your first reaction to the Madras High Court's order and the observations today?
Law-abiding state, the DMK government will go through with whatever the observations have made by this Honorable High Court. Once the legal experts and the team will be constituted, and they will go through the nook and corner of the judgment order. Once it has been revealed with what aspect the judgment has been reserved, then the High Court and the other subordinate courts will be leaned upon by the government. Having said that, what will happen to the 100-year-old tradition of the Uchi Pillayar Deepathoon as of now with this judgment, because it has been reserved earlier by the 2014 division bench judges as well to not go ahead and lit up near the tomb, which is an archaeological stone, which has been earlier divided by the
I want
division
you to
bench.
Specifically react to the observations that my colleague Dharini was explaining to us just now. We will discuss what happens in the future, how the order is going to be read out and analyzed by the DMK a bit later. But let's first talk about the observations that have been made. Observation number one, which is about the law and order apprehensions that were cited by the DMK government in Tamil Nadu. Now, the court has said apprehensions of public peace peace disturbance was nothing but an imaginary ghost created conveniently, which creates mistrust between communities. This is what the court has said, sir. How will you like to respond?
Yeah, all those contexts will be apprehensions of all these law and order issues which has been stated by the state government have been clearly stated out, because the 100-year-old tradition shouldn't be changed when the DMK government is in power. Even the 10-year-old ADMK government doesn't allow the same thing which the BJP wanted to do now by the state government of DMK. So having said that, the state government of Tamil Nadu will always go ahead with whatever the observation, whatever the ruling of the law of the state.
Mr. Swapnil Kothari, isn't that a big setback for DMK government? Is it not then proving the charge of the opposition right in Tamil Nadu that whatever was being done was perhaps being done for appeasement politics?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Mr. Kothari, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
I'm saying with these court observations coming in, wherein, the court has very clearly mentioned that the apprehensions of public peace disturbance were nothing but an imaginary ghost created conveniently, which creates mistrust between communities. Does it not prove the charge of the opposition right in the state that whatever the government did, whatever the ruling party did, was actually for appeasement politics?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, I think we'll try and reconnect with Mr. Swapnil Kothari in just a bit. There's some problem with the connection out there. Let me go across to Mr. R. Rajgopalan with the same question. Mr. R. Rajgopalan, would you agree?
This is a big setback to Mr. DMK government, Mr. MK Stalin. He must resign because 6 crores Tamilian Hindus have been proved right. My understanding is the temple executive officer who went to the court has been snubbed. The district collector and the superintendent of police must be sacked because the law and order problem was not at all an issue according to the 2-member judge. They said in the parliament, Mr. T.R. Balu, that judge is an RSS man. Now the 2 members of the same bench who ruled in favor of Swaminathan, are they also RSS? Therefore, Mr. T.R. Balu should resign, because he hurt the sentiments of thousands of crores of Hindus in India. Second, the judgment is of 200 pages. I read only 4 or 5 pages now. Now, high time. The impeachment motion has become infructuous. The DMK should get a slap on the face because the DMK is dead and gone. In the elections, 2026 election, this is going to be a big issue. After the Karur incident, the legal team of DMK should be wound up. The reason being, DMK is unnecessarily provoking one section of the community against the major section of the community. Therefore, the 2-member judge, according to me, is totally a big setback to the government, the legal team. Now, high time, it will become a political issue during 2026 elections, April month. From today to April month, the Murugan temple, Murugan authorities, even yesterday, Mr. Amit Shah was in town in Tamil Nadu. He also mentioned about that Murugan temple, and the Supreme, the High Court also mentioned, can't you allow 1 minute to lit the lamp? Why they avoided? 1 minute lighting of the lamp would not create any law and order problem. The court has come heavily on the district collector and the district superintendent and the commissioner of police. 3 should be sacked now, henceforth. Because
there are calls for sacking the concerned officials that are being made. BJP is also demanding an apology now from the DMK. Mr. R. Rajgopalan, request you to please stay on with us. Joining us, in fact, on the broadcast right now are 2 more guests. We have Selam Dharanidharan of the DMK live with us. We also have with us C.R. Keswan of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Good morning to both of you, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Mr. Dharanidharan, your first reaction on the stinging observation by Madras High Court, especially on the law and order apprehensions by the state.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Dharanidharan, go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning for having me in the show. See, the verdict has now come. We'll have to read the verdict, and then the government will take an action after consultation with the officials. Firstly and foremost, one has to remember that there's an age-old practice that's been happening for more than hundreds of years. And even the AIADMK, BJP ally, The senior leaders and spokespersons have come and said the age-old practice should continue. And also we know the template of the BJP to create violence before any impending election. The government has to be cautious. And
No,
more
but
importantly,
on that particular aspect of this having the potential to create some kind of public disturbance, the court has very clearly mentioned that this was nothing but an imaginary ghost created conveniently. How will you like to respond?
We have to read the verdict. And the police as an institution is independent of any government. They have their own apprehensions. Who is responsible for law and order? It is the government. And we also know after what happened in Karur, we have to be doubly cautious. And BJP's path from the early 90s itself shows their propensity to create violence.
Okay.
These are the issues that we shall have to keep in mind.
No,
and again,
but
it's wrong
that is
to say
exactly
that
what the court also looked at, Mr. Salesaram Dharanidharan. This is exactly what the court has commented on.
Important.
Are you trying to say that your lawyers could not really convince the court on the law and order apprehension issue, despite that the courts have said that this was like an imaginary ghost?
No, you are putting words in my mouth. I'm saying let's read the verdict and then we will give a reply. But interesting to note is that it is not that the people of Tamil Nadu wanted to be lit where the BJP wanted to be lit. That is wrong to be told. That is the important point I want to emphasize here.
All right.
It is exactly not the truth. So the truth is that majority of the Hindus have voted for the DMK and we had listened to them. As an elected government, we are supposed to listen to the people.
All right.
Okay, the court may have its own view on the matter.
Okay. Court may have its own view, but the state government has to look at the situation, the conditions on the ground is what DMK is saying. Mr. Selam Dharanidharan, appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now. Let me now go across to Mr. C.R. Keswan of the BJP as well. Mr. Keswan, good morning. Thank you for speaking with us here on Times Now. How will you like to respond to the points being made by DMK after the court's observations?
It is indeed a very good morning and afternoon, and Satyameva Jayate, Vayameva Velum, and truth always triumphs. We welcome this verdict, and this is a massive defeat and a tight slap, to the DMK government for its bigoted appeasement politics and, the manner in which this DMK government has been repeatedly hurting and insulting the sentiments of Tamil people, Hindu devotees, and, trying to stop people from following their dharma. The DMK government and Mr. M.K. Stalin must immediately apologize to the crores of Hindu devotees and Tamil people for having repeatedly insulted their sentiment and faith. The sacred Kartikai Deepam will be lit at the Deepathoon and will, shine gloriously atop the Thiruparamkundram hill. But what is important is in the manner in which the courts have come down heavily on the high-handedness and the regressive politics of the DMK government. The DMK government is very clearly indulged in double-faced, dangerous, divisive politics, playing with the faith and sentiments of the people. And both the DMK and the Congress stand exposed before the people today. And let me remind, the viewers one thing. The state emblem of Tamil Nadu has a temple. See how, the faith is intertwined with the sentiments of the people. And here you have a government who brazenly defy court orders and, stop the people from following their faith. And, if, the people of Tamil Nadu are very keenly watching this, and if the DMK continues its regressive politics by trying to appeal this verdict, and the people will not forget nor forgive them, and they'll teach them a befitting lesson. But today is a great victory for the faith and sentiments of the Tamil people and Hindu devotees.
All right. Mr. C.R. Keswan, appreciate you speaking with us here on Times Now and sharing with us your perspective. And viewers, we have some more breaking inputs coming in at this point in time. The Madras High Court has also rejected the claims by Waqf Board that were made in this particular case, and the claim that was made by Waqf Board was that Deepathoon actually belongs to them. Court has said that this is not acceptable. Court has completely rejected Waqf Board's claim. Deepathoon is not a Waqf property is what the High Court has observed. Waqf ownership argument is not acceptable. Dargah has no hold whatsoever over Deepathoon. So this is clearly a setback for the Waqf Board as well. Let me go back to my guests who continue to be with us at this point in time. Mr. Ibrahim and Mr. Rajgopalan, stay with us. Swapnil Kothari is back with us as well. Swapnil Kothari, you heard both the sides, what the BJP as well as the DMK has to say. Your first reaction to the big court order?
Religious sentiments play a huge role in this country, and the court has come down very heavily on the state apathy and the lethargy to try to implement, because obviously the state was dominated by the government in power in that state to ensure that appeasement politics would be underway, and it should hold sway even over and atop the court order. The division bench has merely confirmed the single judge's order and has made it sure that there is no problem in the lamp being lit. There is no way that there is any problem which is going to sort of affect the sentiment of the Muslims, and to sort of say that there'll be a huge hue and cry, a riot, some sort of a panic. It's all scaremongering that the state was indulging into, and most importantly, it is nothing but contempt of court if you do not implement the court's order. The court has taken all the views in perspective. It took the state's apprehension into perspective. It took the sentiments into perspective, something which has been going on since possibly over 8 decades, 9 decades or so, cannot suddenly be upturned, because what you are doing is that you are basically affecting the the sentiments of the Hindu devotee there. And if I've read the single judge's order, and it was a very clear-cut mandamus direction, a writ of mandamus. For the benefit of your viewers, a writ of mandamus is issued when the state which is supposed to do something does not do something. So it is very clearly the writ of mandamus was issued to ensure that this is done, and not only that, but also the law and order situation is kept, very much in sort of discipline. Now, Hina, the only problem that I have with this, that I hope that the state in its wisdom, or to whatever legal, recourse it takes, legal advice it takes, it does not go to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And it's a complete waste of time, state machinery, state, taxpayers' money, and just going to go to a court of law, to the Supreme Court, just trying to get that final sort of say. I mean, of course, they have the right to do that, but it's a complete waste of time, and we are only going to, create unnecessary litigation and, unnecessarily affect another set of religious sentiments there. Because again, the whole...
they should not really be going to the Supreme Court. But the sense we have got is that they're going to be studying the order in detail, and of course then we'll be deciding what happens next. And they are still convinced with the point about law and order apprehensions that were raised earlier as well. You just heard DMK spokesperson, and you also heard Mr. Ibrahim as well. Mr. R. Rajgopalan also wanted to come in. Yes, Mr. Rajgopalan.
I totally disagree with Mr. Swapnil, because DMK has taken a decision to approach Supreme Court. The government is going to take it up with the Supreme Court because it's a vote bank politics, Mr. Swapnil. They want to satisfy the Muslim community in Tamil Nadu, the Christian community in Tamil Nadu, because Swapnil, you must understand one thing, Mr. Sir, you are a senior advocate. I would like to tell you from the political point of view from Tamil Nadu, the Vijay factor is looming large on DMK. The Vijay, who's Tamil Vetri Kalaham, he is going to, decimate the DMK in Tamil Nadu. But added to that, the Karur and now the Deepam, both have come, and definitely they have to satisfy the Muslim community, Christian community. Therefore, they will go to Supreme Court. They have taken a decision just now.
Okay.
Second thing.
Quick response, Mr. Swapnil Kochari, then Harish. Yes.
Okay, very short point, Hina, that, I completely understand the politics of the state, but when it comes to a decision on religious sentiments, when it comes to a point that is being taken by the court of law, it does not look at the politics or the political, viewpoint in the state. It is going to go by the law as to whether the devotees are allowed to do something which has been a practice which has been going on since several years. So that is what the court is going to consider. It does not matter who's going to win and who's going to lose, and who's going to have, what sort of power in the state at some point in time. What matters at the end of the day is whether the right to practice religion is within the confines of Article 25, whether what this devotee wants to do, light a lamp at Deepathoon, is something which is within the periphery of Article 25, within the periphery of...
Mr. Kochari, stay on with us. Now, on this argument, Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, on this argument that Mr. Kochari has made, on the observations that have come from Madras High Court today, the order that has come out today, do you think the DMK should at least apologize to the people of Tamil Nadu?
Hina, whether the ADMK Supremo, then Madam Jayalalitha, have apologized when the 2014 division judge have upheld whatever the DMK government is doing now, whether Madam Jayalalitha have apologized? No.
We're talking about something that happened in 2025, not when, Ms. Jayalalitha did something. Why don't we talk about the issue that we are discussing today, the Deepam issue?
1996 single judge bench have reserved the same thing. 2014 the division bench have done the same thing. Even now the state government have done whatever which has been tradition for 100 years to lighten up the lamp in the Uchipillayar temple by the HRNC has been done during December 2 of the Kartika Deepam festival.
Okay.
So having said that, the BJP wanted to do it in a righteous new place, which is being contested by the Honorable Tamil Nadu State Government.
Right.
And even now, we will be taking, the law will take its own course. The legal experts will sit across on the table and they will find what
the bottom line
measures
is the matter isn't over yet.
people.
Even though Madras High Court has made some very, very important points, because as DMK is telling us that they are going to be looking at the order, they'll be studying the order, and then they'll be taking the next step. Requesting all of you to please stay on with us. We have to slip into a very, very short break, but it's going to be a topic